morning, Avalon. Yes, we are not muted this time, as I recall from last time, making sure that we're not muted. Good, early, yet late morning. I have been taking a numerous amounts of breaks, which are coming to an end starting now. And of course, what that means is, as you could tell by the schedule, which you saw in the intro, the pre-stream and the outro, which we'll get to later when we're ending stream, we are going back to our original dates, which hasn't changed at all, given that I have been late numerous times, but it is changing. We are going back 11:30 p.m. Pacific time. We will be starting streams. That being Monday, Friday, Saturday. But with that out of the way, it's Valentine's. Although we're early, given that it's Valentine's in Fate Grand Order at the moment. But other than that, before I actually get into the intro, I should probably adjust my microphone 1 second. There we go. Intro. We have not done an intro in a good while. Is there anything new? I could get into spoilers as to what we could and will be planning for our next variety stream, although given that we are still working on Bioshock 1, I could leave a hint as to what our next game could be, and most likely will be. Here, how about this? Forgive me. For our intro, we will discuss what we're doing on Monday and the potentially next and or will be the next variety game that we play after Bioshock. Could we add anything else onto that? No, that sounds good enough. I can't think of anything at the moment. I completely came unprepared. Making the thumbnail, planning things out, doing things, working all around Avalon. Just random things. Although I could say, for those that don't know and don't keep up, of course, Twitter, JuliusFae _ JULIUSFAE _. If you have not seen, and if you haven't noticed the title, we indeed did get the one and only Miss Bazette, aka Maninen Mac-Lur, I believe, which is, as I'm now seeing, is on the screen. Pretend that wasn't there. I definitely guessed that. We did end up pulling her. I will repeat what I said. Of course, if you already know what I'm getting into, just bear with me. As you know, with every event, that being Christmas, Valentine's Day, and basically any event that has a form of CE, whether that's drops or just referring to the event itself, I do a 10 times pull, that being the single pulls, the summon tickets. Now, the third ticket I used, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm getting at, but we obviously pulled Miss Bazette. So from now on, we do have a ex-Hitman turned bodyguard in our Avalon. So we should be, well, more than safeguarded from outside threats. The only thing I can think of as far as improving Avalon is funding, which is something that will be long term, but we'll work it through. But then again, when I think about it, we might need to actually start funding Miss Bazette, which actually causes more fund issues. But either way, we pulled Miss Bazette. I believe that's pretty much it, except for the intro that we still need to get through. I guess the last thing I could add on as far as our intro is more or less in-game. That being, obviously, we do not have Miss Bazette at max level, which we are going to do in just a second once I get through the intro. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the shout out of Miss Bazette showing up on our third summon ticket. So Monday being February 5th of 2024, we are continuing Bioshock 1 specifically. I was about to say Infinite. Thankfully I caught myself. We are continuing with, I believe, Part 4 is where we're going to continue with. And depending on if we get through the game or if there's more or whatever, we are going to more or less continue it. On the back end of Bioshock, that same stream, we will be technically restarting the stream towards the end time of when we stop stream, and we will go with Part 2 of the Valentines event. And we will be picking up from where we left off, which is basically a 2-day difference. So we'll get through the time gates as far as the event goes, because as you know, with most events, they are time gated. So Monday we will be continuing Bioshock, picking up with Part 4. The next variety game I could hint at, I could give little details that shouldn't give it away, but more or less give you a hint. I'll give you two big hints. One, it just came out, I believe 3 or 4 days ago. 3 or 4 days ago, it just came out. And the most crucial hint, the number 3. That is all. Although now that I think about it, it shouldn't be that hard to guess, but either way, go with it. If you know, you know. So our next variety game will be a number 3, more or less. But of course, when the time comes, I will announce and yada yada yada. So we know what we're doing for Monday. We hinted at what the next variety game is going to be. And now to fully max out, given that I have enough QP, I would imagine, Miss Bazette, aka Meninen Mackler. And then we'll start the Valentine's event. So with that out of the way, let's go. I was gonna say continue, but let's proceed. given that we do have the embers for her, surely we'll get the lower servants out of the way. We are not, well, as you know, the 3 stars, we sadly we open the furnace and we burn them for mana prisms. And then for the 2 stars and 1 stars, obviously we just end up using for XP. And just to make up some small talk, if you're wondering why, as far as 2-star servants and 1-star servants, when you burn them, you don't get any mana prisms because they aren't worth anything. As far as the 3 stars, you will get mana prisms, as you cannot see because I'm not on the right screen. But it's more or less just a little strat for myself, and or to constantly have mana prisms at my disposal.
そういうおもてなしもありですか。
Something I don't know if this would be a spoiler as far as Miss Bazette goes, although I'm sure you all already know, and or maybe the event is going to talk about it or expand upon it. But when it comes to Miss Bazette, her first ascension, as you know, which you see on the site itself and the summoning banner and event screen, this is her first ascension. This being the Miss Bazette that you know. The second ascension is the combat uniform, and or I guess, well, sorry, I shouldn't even say uniform. The combat, gosh, what word would you use? The soldier's attire, in a way, as far as relating to her past. Not her specifically, but the Celtic, what would you say? Celtic sea god, which I'm sure we can probably see. The Celtic god of the sea, yeah, okay, yeah. The Celtic god of the sea and the mage, also said to be the ruler of the otherworld. The adoptive father of the sun god Blue, he is also a god of giving, known for bestowing enchanted items upon many warriors, including Ku Chulainn and Diarmuid Ua Duabne. Of course, when it comes to Ku Chulainn, they're referencing the Gay Bulg, his spear, and then Diarmuid Ua Duabne, if I'm pronouncing that right. His spears as well, which are, by all means, basically Gay Bulg, except he wields 2. One of his most famous gifts is Fragarect, which has been passed down through the Fraga family to the present day. The Fraga family being Miss Bazette herself, the last name. But, as I was saying, the second ascension is the combat attire, I guess you could say, that the Celtic sea god bestowed from long, long ago. Now, the third ascension is, I believe, that Celtic god taking on her form. More or less, to use a reference, who would be a good reference? I know a reference in my head, but it more or less gambles on whether or not you have seen Fate Apocrypha and or know Jeanne d'Arc in general. But more or less, when it comes to Jeanne d'Arc, in the Apocrypha anime, the body that she is using isn't her body. It is some girl's body. And Jeanne d'Arc herself is talking and manifesting and controlling that body and not the girl herself. And basically what's going on in the third ascension, which you see Miss Bazette in her dress, this isn't Miss Bazette. This is I believe the Celtic god itself, like taking over her body in a way, and acting in her place would be the better wording. So the first ascension, Miss Bazette. Second ascension, still Miss Bazette, but in her combat attire from long ago, given by the Celtic god. And then the third ascension is the god acting in her clothes, something like that. But yeah. Although I guess it might, given that we do increase her bond level, it might go more into it, and or maybe the event itself will most likely go into it a lot more. Neutral good, gender female, the real Menanin Macular is a male god. Yeah. So the god itself that's manifesting and taking over her body, not in a bad way, but in a good way, I guess, is Menanin Macular. The final ascension, of course, if you care at all, spoilers for what the Saint graph is going to look like, if you care. Reverting back to
思い知りま
herself.
した。人間着慣れた服が一番だと。やっぱり私は仕事着が一番落ち着く。似合っていたのに残念。それはどうも。別にもう着ないというわけではありませんので。しかし私が思うにマナナン・マクリールは与える神聖です。ルーに空風林にディルムット・オディナンに、そんな神聖が私をよりしろに選んだということはどうでしょう、マスター。私は仕事しかできない人間と思われがちですが、意外と包容力のある家庭的な女性というような評価になってしまうのでは。
We saw that soft side. So yeah. By all means, Miss Bazette does come off as you hear her lines through first ascension, second ascension, and then I'm sure just combat prowess and just what you know from Miss Bazette from her history. She is the workaholic type of person where she just wants to get things done. Retirement is not something that would ever be on her mind kind of person. The thing that she referenced about her not disliking, well, I mean, her basically saying like she doesn't want to come off as like, oh, I didn't like the clothes that I was just in. In her second ascension, she referenced how tight the clothes were and how indecent they were, which obviously I did off stream. And even Menanin Macular, the god himself, mentioned and or said the dress that he gave her and or you see in the third ascension, he gave to her. And more or less, she more or less wanted that dress, and he brought out her inner feelings. And upon saying that, apparently, according to him, she was blushing on the inside while he was in control. Because as you know, like I said, Menanin's in control as far as the third ascension. When you have her in the third ascension. I think we can just auto-select from now on. Yeah.
種火。そういうおもてなしもありですか。
And I don't know if you can tell, but even the way she talks, it is a different way of talking. Which gives hint that this isn't Miss Bazette, and this is the Menon talking.
種火。
And surprisingly, we actually got her to max level. Okay. I don't even believe she's on a raid up. Super and great success ×2. Karen. Yeah, she isn't even on rate up. She's just event bonus. Interesting.
そろそろクエスト
Okay. The last thing we could do.
ようこそ
Now, this I know we will not have enough enough QP for, but we might as well get it up to at least possibly 6. Her third skill, that being the evade. Which isn't a must as far as completely leveling it up. But still, it's more or less to make her prepared to guard Avalon and have her up to date. This might actually cut it close. No, we're not gonna have enough. This is gonna be way too expensive. She is. This should be good enough.
そろそろクエスト
We have her main skills all the way up, so this should be fun. We have done our daily free summon, which we could do just one. Maybe get the event CE, which we did not. Although we actually, well, I actually did get the Quetzalcoatl 3-star event CE earlier. So we do have one. Is there anything else? We got through the intro. We got through completely maxing Miss Bazette. I believe that's it. As far as the formations, I will talk about that when the time comes, which might be now, unless there is a story. Nope, there's no battles. I'll get to it later. But from here on, prologue, back to the night. Something that just came to mind, and I was thinking about it, but I didn't think it all the way through. If you have not seen, which I don't know why you haven't seen it, if you have not seen my Koyonskaya gacha pulls, which ended up very, very good, a very good outcome, and she came home just nicely. And she didn't just simply run away with all of Avalon's funds and funded her own NFF services. But either way, the ending of stream, we did the epilogue. And if you have not seen the epilogue, I will say spoilers, but the Wandering Sea, which I think the proper name is the Wandering Sea Atlas, I believe. Or just the Wandering Sea. Basically where our home is, where Chaldea is, and where we do our singularities and everything. Things that you know. Was completely and utterly wiped out from existence by the foreign god, who is wink wink Olga Marie Animasphere. Maybe, maybe not. Whatever. We still don't know. Now, if you could tell, what I'm getting at is, I would imagine this event takes place before these events happen. Because, as you know, like I just said, all of the Wandering Sea is completely and utterly erased from existence. And if I'm not wrong, I believe we are in the storm border. The giant Nemo submarine that flies. I mean, I know I'm forgetting the proper name, but bear with me. I believe we're just simply in the Void Sea and or just floating about somewhere. So if I had to take a guess as far as this event goes, this is basically taking place before. Because as you know, with some events, obviously it doesn't go too intertwined with the story and whatnot, which it isn't a bad thing, but you get what I mean. So I believe this is taking place before these events ended up happening, aka the Tunguska Sanctuary event. Yeah, see, that's not possible because it's completely erased from existence. Unless they want to argue that this is somehow the Stormboarder just flying around, but I don't think they would use this scenery. If I had to take a guess. Excuse me. I believe this is Karen. I am a hard 95% this is Karen, but I'm more or less curious as to what's with the almost box-like thing that's on her head. Excuse me. Sorry about that. That you see right up here. Okay, that's why. I thought this is what it was, but I wasn't entirely sure, so I stayed quiet. Degenerate, okay. Wow. She is a god, by all means. And yes, it is a god of love, but still, nonetheless a god. Her first materialization, and she's already trying to fight someone, testing out her fists. Unless this is someone else talking entirely, and this isn't Miss Bazette, which would be interesting. Who is in possession of the body of Karen. Something I will This, I will mention it, but I won't dive too deep into it, and I'm sorry for pausing each and every time. So I'll state the obvious and what is true, and then I will talk about very, very briefly the history. Miss Bazette and Karen know each other from, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Fate Zero, possibly? That? Or another Holy Grail that was different. I don't remember entirely, but I do know for a fact that Karen and Miss Bazette know each other from the past. And no, I am not, and like I said, no, I'm not talking about the gods themselves. I'm talking about the actual physical bodies that these gods are inhabiting. But as far as the as far as the history, I can't say too much because I will admit I still need to thoroughly actually watch Fate Zero, which I have not done. I have only seen clips and just I've seen the crucial details of Fate Zero, but I haven't thoroughly actually watched all of it. I just haven't had the time to, given everything that has been going on behind the scenes. But I know for a fact that Karen and Miss Bazette know each other. And the reason why I'm bringing this up right now is referring to why she's probably wearing that paper bag. Because if she were to take off that paper bag, Miss Bazette would know immediately. Now, the thing I will admit is that I don't know if they are enemies in some way, or if it's a coup Chilane type scenario. Because as you know, with the previous Valentine's event, which was Karen, the I'm trying to figure out how to properly announce this person. The human Karen, whose body is being inhabited by the Roman god of love, Amor. They know Coup Chilane, and they have bad history. As far as Coup Chilane is concerned, he has bad history with Karen. Although the same way doesn't go for Karen, because she more or less is like a bully to Coup in a way. But she was the main servant for the last Valentine's Day event, and I'm not sure if that same scenario will happen between her and Miss Bazette. So the whole reason why I brought this up is because the paper bag that Miss Bazette is referencing. This is the last time I'll stop. But although it does seem Amor is in control of Karen's body at the moment. Yep, she's staying it here. Because like I said, this is Amor in control, not Karen. So more or less, I believe Amor is a male god. I'm not sure, but I believe he's more or less putting the pieces together. Yeah, he's referencing it. He's putting it together. Yes, well, that's a bizarre... unless she doesn't completely understand the limits to what servants can do. Because when you think of, oh, a servant that is a god, fighting in a Holy Grail war, while yes, they are going to be very powerful, they are by all means completely nerfed to what they actually used to be. Because there is a certain limit. Because in order, so to use an example, for Hessian I Sabath, aka the Old Man of the Mound, aka the First Hassan, he was the Grand Assassin class. Like, he was the strongest assassin in history. Like, he is the grand servant of the assassin class. But in order for him to manifest into Chaldea, he had to give up that grand status in order to become a servant in general. Just a, I guess you could say divine servant or just servant. But when you give up your grand status, you are significantly nerfed. Because you, like, we're getting down into the details, and I'm not entirely remembering the reason why, but it's more or less a thing you have to do. It's the same thing with Merlin. Merlin, I believe, was a grand caster, but in order for him to actually materialize and or answer Chaldea's summons as a servant, he had to give up his grand status. I think the same thing even might go for Gilgamesh caster. Not archer, but caster. I think the same thing was for him as well. Although I don't remember entirely. I remember something being referenced by that. Like I said, I know I keep pausing, but I like to get into these things and poke around and more or less tweak my mind and remember things. And of course, I hope you are enjoying it as well. I hope it gets your minds thinking. Continuing on. Okay, sorry. I should have closed that out much better. So what I'm getting at is Miss Bazette is not understanding the limits that servants can have. So by all means, if I were to summon I guess Tiamat, we'll use Tiamat for example. You understand, obviously I'm talking to Fate Grand Order players. You've played Fate Grand Order, you know who Tiamat is. That literally annihilated everything and took a literal grand class servant, that being First Hassan, caster Gilgamesh, going into his archer form, the goddess of the underworld, Ereshkigal, Ishtar, Quetzalcoatl, took so many people to stop Tiamat and or to just slow her down. If we were to summon Tiamat, she would be astoundingly nerfed. She would not be the Tiamat that we know from Babylonia, which name is coming back to me. So, if it isn't obvious already, what I'm more or less getting at is she doesn't understand that these servants have a limit. There's a requirement to be met. You can't go too high. There's a limit. Alright, continuing on. I'm speaking to the followers as to what it is that you don't understand about the requirements and the limitations of what a servant can do, whether they're a god or not. Just the raw power, Miss Bazette. And or this could be, well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that, because this isn't Menon and Mackler, because he wouldn't be as hostile. This is Miss Bazette talking. Okay, she referenced him, because Bazette does know Cuchulain. Whether that is history with her and or with the god himself. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this kind of reaction either. If anything, I would have imagined she would have acted like Skathach as far as Cuchulain goes. That's interesting, okay. I feel like we might be causing a problem by trying to summon a new servant. Forcefully bringing them from the throne of heroes. It'd be like someone sleeping and you start shaking them to wake them up. You had the right mindset. It's okay, Da Vinci. I know you did the best you could to prevent this. Although this sounds like a terrible idea. Because I feel like you're just forcefully trying to bring a new servant to possibly cause an incident. It's okay, children make mistakes, and they learn from it. Although you're a robot, so I don't know if that still applies. Not only are you a robot, you're a servant. So that's even more in question. Here she is. Sorry, like I said, I will continue with the story. Just a slight remark. I could be wrong, but I believe Karen herself is a nun, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Just a slight detail to slip in. Carrying on. We're done talking for a while. Guidance. Okay, hold on. Forgive me. As I recall, chocolate or exocolotl. Okay, let's pronounce this correctly. Exocolotl. As I recall, chocolate exocolotl. as it was originally known. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. Exocolotl. I feel like I'm pronouncing it right, but it doesn't sound right. Sorry, the reason why I paused is because this is the name of the 3-star event CE that has Quetzalcoatl on it, which you'll see as soon as we get into a battle, which should be coming up after this prologue. Whoopsies, that's it. Karen. Miss Devil. Of course, I'm gonna reference it. If you're wondering what Da Vinci meant by Miss Devil, technically Karen does have a 4th ascension, technically, which is a costume change, and it is her divine form. But given that it's Karen in control, and she's more or less the devil in her own way. Of course it did. That's what you get for forcefully waking up a servant from the throne of heroes that's sleeping. This isn't Karen's fault, by all means. I'm sorry. Hold on. I have to... How nice. Surely she didn't create that singularity with that Holy Grail. Are you mad at your own mistake that you made? I'm just concerned. That's a Julius quote. I don't think I've ever said it on stream, but I do say this a lot. I'm not mad, I'm just concerned. That's such a cop-out. I think I'm using that word right. I'm not even sure. That's weird. I just saw myself in Da Vinci. As always, I'll do the best I can. While it's not official yet, we are signing contracts with Miss Bizette as far as being the bodyguard, but we'll see. Okay, we have Medusa. Interesting. Okay. If I had to guess, I would think... gosh, what's her name? Uriel, I believe is her name. One of the sisters of Medusa will show up, most likely. Her being a goddess of love. The other servant, I could imagine, possibly Karen. Any are welcome. Not at all. Glad to have you on board, Medusa. Just be on the lookout for your sisters, that's all I ask. Okay. Speaking of the Gorgons. Stheno and Uriel. I mean, we want you to care and ask us, so we can just turn it down. So would you like to go? Here she is, ruler, the goddess of justice. Luvia. Yeah, it's the goddess of physical judgment. One who will always balance the scales, whether that be good or evil. But mostly good. The goddess of Venus being Ishtar, if you don't know. I think you might be right. Gosh, I'm sorry. Slight remark. I rarely mute my mic, but I always just glance over every now and then, thinking I hope to God my mic is not muted. It is such a pain and hassle to like, it's not a pain and a hassle, but it's more or less just I can't believe I have to repeat everything I've just said. Thankfully that hasn't happened, which is a good thing. That's what I'm more or less pointing out. Although for your sake, it's probably a good thing, so I can get through the story. But then again, I'm pausing the game while I'm doing it, so forgive me, Avalon. That's basically what I'm saying. That's okay, Mash. I appreciate it, but I don't want you pushing yourself too hard. Another thing that comes to mind, just a slight remark, this indeed does take place before Tunguska Sanctuary, where Chaldea gets completely annihilated, because the room that we are standing in is in the Wandering Sea, so this is by all means impossible. This should not exist. This is impossible. So yes, this event does take place before. Although I'm sure you already figured that out, and we more or less explained it. Okay, prologue? Not done. She's accompanying us. Like I thought she would. Alright, prologue's done. Menin's Souvenir Valentine, the chocolate tree, and the... something. So like I said, the exocolotl, hot exocolotl that I referenced is the 3-star CE event, which I guess we could look at the details. Apparently it's some kind of chocolate. There are many different varieties of chocolate, but for goddesses from South America, that being Quetzalcoatl and the I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. The tiger jaguar warrior. Nothing beats exocolotl. Whenever you get back from a trip in the freezing cold, we want to warm you up with a cup of hot exocolotl and a big smile. Okay. This time we'll say the title. We'll get to. 1 second. I might have to sneeze. It won't come out, although it's lingering in my nose. No, we're good. Okay. Section 1, Port Town Bodyguard. Wow, she's already starting her job. And it's not for me. Or Avalon. Meninin souvenir, Valentines, the chocolate tree, the chocolate tree, and the goddesses. Something. Okay, so far so good. You were both here too, right? Good point. I'll give them a call now. Nothing. Damn. Well, when you put it like that. Miss Justice. So we've got Estrella for strength, although she can more or less make up for the stamina and dexterity, and Medusa for dexterity. Estrella, by all means, is an all-in-one combo. She's got the damage and she does have that ruler status. No, I'm not surprised at all. I would not say this. If then she is a very kind-hearted person, and she is very confident in what she does. If you know her, as far as Luvia goes. Although this is Estrella that we are talking about, and this isn't Luvia, but she more or less does take on the traits of Luvia. The only times where you see her get overly confident and more or less egotistical is when it comes to Tosaka Rin, or Rin Tosaka, aka Ishtar, who they have obviously connections to each other. That being in the past when they were alive. I wouldn't say this isn't surprising at all. Yes, no, I would not say that. I most definitely would not say that. Of course you are. What did you two have in mind, or what were you talking about? Oh, is she gonna chuck her in the air? as we already know. That was your method to get her up so high? No, I would not say this. I know who Estrella is. Ugh, is she gonna scold me? If she might explain a little bit more, I understand what she's saying, but like I said, if she expands upon this a little more, I do know that when you do have a near-death experience, that is when you truly feel alive. Whether that be like, well, I mean anything really. I can't really think, I don't want to use a car accident as an example, but when you do have a near-death experience, that is when you truly understand that you are alive. And more or less you, this is gonna sound weird, but value your life more. Like you realize that you are alive. I don't know how else really to explain it. Just when you feel your heart beating and everything, and just the adrenaline, when that experience does come. But the heaven part is interesting. She coming back down? Some heavy armor. Just having a conversation. Oh wow, she did land. Okay, I thought Estrella would have caught her. Your legs aren't broken, right? I was about to say Rider, although I didn't say that. Way to go, Medusa. I'm fully aware of who Medusa is. I would not make that mistake. Is that what gods do? During tea time? We've been walking for a while now, and it doesn't feel like we've gone anywhere. Our priority... Jeez, I'm fumbling my words. Our priority right now is gathering information. She's blushing. Uh-huh. I should be safe from this distance, especially given that I have a Medusa who is by all means Medusa that can more or less stun whoever it is that she sees, given the chance. While at the same time I have like a literal god, although limited due to her servant abilities. Or her servant, I guess, how would you say it? The limitations of being a servant. The god of justice, Estrella. I should be more or less well protected, given the range at which I'm standing. Even though I don't know. I don't think bodyguards act in this way. If I had to assume she's more or less puppy guarding the outsides of what is not Avalon, but some other person's castle and or wall. Can we try talking this out first? Surely. Estrella being the grappler. One for me? Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me double check. I don't want to give myself praise. Yet. Okay, she did say grasp. She didn't say grappler. So, no, I did call that a pat myself on my back. She said it. Not saying that anyone doubts me as far as my information goes, but you're seeing it firsthand, everything that I already said being said by the literal, not goddess, but Miss Bizette herself, and or in other words, if you want to see it for how it is, the game itself. My words hold weight. Although you should already know that, given that I am the king of the stream, and you are in Avalon. But even if you are a goddess, you can't possibly have materialized in your original state, which is true. Constrained. Something we did not talk about, which we'll go over quickly because I don't want to spend too much time. It's pretty easy to just simply explain. She has a as far as the video game goes, Fake Grand Order, it is a new Noble Phantasm mechanic, a new way of using the Noble Phantasm. As far as the Noble Phantasm in general, it's a counter type of noble phantasm. Like a counter blow, I guess you could say. It's... I think she would actually assume stance. Or have like a actual... Okay. I thought that was her. I know that wasn't her, but I was just thinking like, what if that was her? That was her war scream. Come on, you two, let's go. Miss Bazette, just come along. We'll be with you. Or stay there, that's fine. That was like a new kind of yell. That was interesting. That wasn't like... I think it was... If they used their typical person yelling, I guess, sound bit, I don't think I would have laughed as hard, but I think because it was a genuine new person crying, or I guess you could say yelling sound bit, I think that's what made it more funny and so out of place and caught me off guard. It's just a single enemy. Take it out. Medusa, stun it, even if it's for a millisecond, and then Estrella just go for the killing blow. Barbell. Right back at you. Anyway, since I have you here, you mind signing a contract? Okay, 1 second. I have to blow my nose. Okay, sorry about that. As you know, I say it every time, I say it all the time. When it comes to Fate Grand Order and Arc Knights, that being a different gacha game, when it comes to the formations and or the squad, that being the events themselves, or the story and or story chapters or lost belts, whichever one. For Fate Grand Order, obviously events and lost belts. We use what is a lore-based formation and or event-based formation. And what that means is the servants that we encounter who are currently with us, we use in our current lineup for that lost belt or the event itself. So for example, we obviously have Estrella, we have Miss Bazette, aka Menanin MacLure, and Medusa. So we will obviously be using Miss Bazette Medusa, and Estrella. Of course, if for whatever reason we have a servant that we do not own, that does not count, obviously, because then I cannot do anything about that, and I do not want to waste time searching through friends lists and trying to find that said servant. But thankfully, we do have everyone. Now, the not so hard part, but it will take time part, we need to actually build our formation, which will be just a second. Make sure everything's on max. Seems as though everyone's trying to pull for Miss Bazette, given how many people actually have their things maxed out. We will have Skathach Scotty out. Sorry, looking things up. Okay. 5-star CE, event CE, Valentine Witches. Increase spicy exocolotl amount per drop by 2. The 4-star CE, bitter powder. Then obviously the 3-star cacao chips. Okay. We will be using, obviously, Scotty, given that we are running Miss Bazette. Oh, new tips. Power up your servants by raising their buddy rank. Each servant's buddy grade will increase according to their place in your party. As their buddy grade increases, their buddy rank will rise. Each rank grants a higher attack strength bonus and bond points gained bonus. Buddy grade increases more the closer the servant is to first position. Raise your favorite servant's buddy rank so they shine in battle. Okay. Interesting. Starting a new formation. Replace this. Put Miss Bazette in the first formation. Nope, not Ibuki. Sorry. If we can find her. I'm tempted to use Karen. But then again, we might just use Karen. It wouldn't be bad. But then again, we could do an interesting lineup with BB. This entirely depends on how much this is going to cost as far as CEs go. Event bonus, which we're looking for. Of course, when I did do the 10 times summons, that being the summon tickets, obviously I told you that Miss Bazette ended up showing up on the 3rd, and then we did the 7 others. We did end up getting 2 4-star event CEs, which increase MP strength by 5%, MP gain by 5%, Buster, no, get rid of the 4-star. Same thing, 4-star again. Then run the smaller ones. And on the very end, we will have our bond. There we go. Event-wise, let's see. Yeah, I believe it's the same thing. Unless... One second, let's see. Here, put Karen in. I'm looking for the bond point to see if it's different. Yeah, it is different. Okay. I wish it was more accurate, but it's fine. Throw this around. Put another 6-star. Possibly a 4-star in the last slot. Could throw BB in, which wouldn't be bad. No, we can't do a 4-star. It's gotta be a cost 7, 3-star servant. Yeah. Then we can flip this around, do this. This seems good. A more we do know we do not have her maxed out. I'm just now thinking about it, we could change her. Second Ascension. We need her to be proper. Gosh, look at all those passive skills. Although I do know that obviously 2 of them are the event-based, but just 5. That's amazing. And of course, if you don't know, I will mention it here. We do, I'm just now remembering, we do have her at MP3 because we did get her off the guaranteed New Year's, guaranteed GSSR, 5-star servant summon. The guaranteed summon, which I said for the 3rd time already. But with this event, her MP did get an upgrade, a rank up, adding on to the deals heavy chaotic special attack damage, which is 150%. Although there's not that many servants and or monsters, it's still a very nice add-on, including the buff in general. And then given that we already have her at MP3, which is very good. Second Ascension. There we go. Looking good. I think this is our lineup. Miss Bazette, Karen, Skatochskadi, Bibi, Koyanskaya of Light, and the one and only, whose name I'm forgetting sadly, Jinke, who I definitely need her Bond CE, given that we are using a 3-star 7-cost servant. I think we're ready. As far as Karen being a support
愛
servant,
そうか
as far
殺
as
そうか
Miss Bazette goes, and I actually forgot to change Miss Bazette's ascension to 2. We do have her as Menon and Mackler at the moment, but Karen should be an okay support. She's not a complete support, but she should be okay for the moment. Shout out Valentines, kind of more or less refamiliarize myself with her skills. Apply Invincible 3 times for 3 turns to yourself, and absorb MP each turn from all allies, excluding yourself 3 turns, which is very strong, which I believe might be either a 10% or a 20% NP gain off of the allies, which I don't entirely remember. Plus apply Invincible 1 time for 3 turns, and increase MP gain 3 turns for all allies, excluding yourself. It sucks that we didn't get the MP gain for yourself, but it's fine. Pull an arrow, apply target focus, going into the first skill. Increase MP gauge for yourself, decrease charge, and decrease attack. 3 turns and decrease defense for all enemies. And then Mana Burst, which is the basics. As far as Miss Bazette's skills go, I more or less know what she does. She's pretty basic as far as skill 1, 3 turns, and then the crit strength for 3 turns. The quick card, Buster, and the critical strength are all 30%. The special attack caster, I believe, is a 50%. The Sea God's Runes X increased MP gauge, which is a 50% MP battery. Sea Star Gather Rate, I'm not going to remember the numbers, but it's a lot. Like, you understand. Critical Strength for 1 turn for yourself is 100% damage. 100%. Although, of course, it makes sense given that it is only for 1 turn. And then the Red Branch Successor B, if you didn't see it as I was leveling it up, apply Evade 1 turn, and debuff Evade 1 turn for yourself, plus gain C stars. At level 10, the gain C stars is 20 C stars. Yeah. So get the 50% battery, use Scotty's 3rd skill to get another 50%. So by all means, when you use Fragorect Aeon Bar, I believe it's just called Fragorect when you have her in 1st Ascension and 2nd Ascension, but for her 3rd Ascension when she is being controlled by the god, the Celtic god. Fragorect Aeon Bar, I believe, something like that. Increase attack 1 turn, effect increases with overcharge, and apply target focus 1 turn, and Fragorect counter status 1 turn. After an enemy performs a standard action against you, so any form of attack, whether that be a Noble Phantasm or a basic attack, which is normal attack, it will trigger the Fragorect counter. Deal heavy quick card damage and decrease quick card resistance 3 turns for a single enemy, plus gain C stars. And then the not activated by special actions, if counteract damage exceeds an enemy. Okay, I'll get into that in just a second. The not activated by special actions, so if like you're poisoned or they inflict something with you, it won't trigger it. It's anything that actually does physical damage, so like a Noble Phantasm or a normal attack. Something pretty basic, pretty obvious. You'll know. The downside to this Noble Phantasm, the downside, if the enemy has a break gauge, it will not deplete the break gauge. So when you do the so here, it's better to show. here. Sorry, 1 second.
こういうこともできる。バゼット遠慮はどうぞどうぞ。
It's better to just show and then explain it.
応答せよ。アンサー。返品は
Okay, so she now has the resurrect counter.
まあまあそういうわけ。大盤振る舞いというやつ。
And then you'll see it in action. So the enemy's gonna perform a normal attack and or a noble phantasm, whichever it may be. Activate the resurrect counter. Immediately deals damage.
凍てつき砕け散る時まで諦めることは許さんぞ。
Okay. So when receiving damage, as I said, it will trigger the Fragrant counter, which by all means you basically use your Noble Phantasm. If for whatever reason that enemy does not die, it will obviously, you know, an enemy will have 3 attacks. So the enemy will attack once, attack again, maybe do a critical hit, and then attack again. Now, for this instance, the enemy attacks, triggers the counter. If the enemy is still alive, it will continue its scenario, that being the second attack and or third attack. When it attacks again, because the counter is for 1 turn, it will trigger that Noble Phantasm again. It will do it again. Obviously, if it hits you. So if for whatever reason you don't have the self-target, which, I mean, it pretty much applies it on Noble Phantasm, just make sure it hits Miss Bazette and or another servant doesn't have their apply target focus on. But that Fragrant counter can trigger 3 times in a row. So applying that decreased quick card effectiveness 3 times if the enemy happens to survive. But like I said, as strong as that sounds, the issue that comes to mind is it will not break the gauge. Now that I think about it, it would be smart to do it, but one thing to note, if you do use Miss Bazette and or, well, if she's your wife, your waifu that is, a very good strategy would be to, on all of her command cards, although I'm saying this, excuse my French, but I'm saying this half-assedly. I'm not putting too much thought into it, but more or less to get your mind thinking. For her command cards, on all of her command cards, put on a command seal that inflicts burn, inflicts curse, inflicts poison, some kind of damage, right? And if you can tell what I'm getting at is, if for whatever reason you're doing, let's say, even if it's just 1 card, if you land 1 card, it's fine, or given whatever situation you're in, if you end up using her Noble Phantasm, and you get to a situation where it triggers the counter, but doesn't break the gauge, right as the turn ends, obviously, the burn, the poison, the curse, whatever you have on, will deal that damage and break that gauge. So you're more or less getting over that hurdle. And yes, if it isn't obvious already, I'll more or less explain it. While yes, it won't break the gauge, it will bring its HP down to 1, whoever that enemy is. It just won't break the gauge, and you'll have to obviously get through means. So command seals on your command cards would be very good for Meninen and or Miss Bazette. We'll just call her Bazette. It's easier. It'd be the smart thing to do if you plan on using Miss Bazette for boss fights and just for whatever scenario. I might actually, now that I think about it, I might tweet this out later to kind of more or less spread word, but I'll go into more detail and figure out exactly. Now, poison, burn, and curse. I don't remember which one, but one of those three does not do lethal damage and will not either kill the enemy or break the gauge. I don't remember which one, whether that is burn, poison, or curse. It's one of them that doesn't do it. But later, which I'll shout myself out again, Julius Faye _ JULIUSFAE_ on Twitter and or X. I'll tweet out more or less like everything that I basically just said, but in more detail as far as which one to run. So like, for example, let's say poison is the one that does not break the gauge and or does not do the lethal blow. Obviously I'll exclude that and put burn and curse instead of poison. But like I said, I don't know which one and or I don't remember. I feel like I'm still not seeing the big picture here. Before you sign this contract and or even read it, what's your name? Soldier. Bazette Fraga McRemitz. McRemitz. No. Gosh, I don't even remember that. I don't remember Karna saying that specifically. Him saying he was a boxer class. Unless it never actually happened. Karen? Or Amor, I should say. says the one with the... I don't know if I would say formal clothing, but covert ops kind of clothing. Okay, let's change that attire.
Yeah, いらっしゃい。
Where are you, Miss Bizette? Second Ascension. We need her ready. We need her ready. I'm fumbling my words. It's almost that time. There we go. Looking good.
What?
We have nothing in our mailbox, right? Yeah. Okay. Ugh. We might have to close out the game in order for it to take effect. We'll keep Jinkei on the front. Some of the random side things. We'll continue on with the story. Meninen's Souvenir Valentines, the Chocolate Tree and the Goddess's Choice, Section 2, Delightful Exocolotl. Properly said it this time. Probably. We know this formal girl. This rich Atique of formal wear. God's plan. What? Okay. Medusa? I don't... As you know, BB has full reign of Avalon in wandering the halls. But I'm not aware of any connection between Medusa and BB. That's interesting that she referenced her. I haven't seen a servant this suspicious since BB. I don't know. No. Amor is not that suspicious. BB was... meh. I don't want to be... No. I can read BB pretty well. BB is not this suspicious. Now, be patient. It's important to believe, after all. Believe in God's plan. Almsgiving. don't say anything. Maybe she's monitoring the situation, like, are you enemies? What's going to happen if you do find the servant? Unless when she finds out that we are Chaldea, she'll immediately realize, oh, okay. Which is currently happening. That's right. Nice to meet you, Bazette. I'm Julius. Julius Fay. Creator and ruler of Avalon, that being the present, past, and future. By the way, would you sign this contract? Possibly resign as a bodyguard and work as a bodyguard for another. Well, sorry, I'm working this out in my mind. I know what I know about Bazette and the current situation, but does Master know this? Bazette, by all means, was a hitman in her real life, in her time. The Bazette that we're seeing now is indeed Bazette as a rogue servant, but a Persuado, one that has materialized with the Celtic god. Because of her similarities and or the fact that she holds the last name, the Fraga family. Fraga family. Forgive me. Not Fraga, but Fraga. You mean you beat those monsters up all by yourself? Those very low HP, 1 gauge monsters? Care. Oh, right. She's still hiding her identity. Amor, did you maybe know Bazette before? It all started when the Nobus attacked. The Fire Nation Nobus. I agree. I mean, yeah, obviously. Fine with me. Whatever floats the boat. They see her as a brute. as far as her upbringing, as to how she became the way she is, I have no information to go on, so I can't speak too much on that. Whether there actually is information or there isn't. A sailor. No, we shouldn't be too quick to jump to conclusions. Columbus. Okay, we're actually getting to the chocolate business of things. Definitely not just you. Always go with your gut. But then again, this is something that, I mean, obviously, we should be inspecting anyone and everyone. Let's judge them. Let's put them on your scales. Let's not be too quick to resort to violence, okay? We have your scales. We can judge them with that. Unless we know him, which I'm sure we do. Mephisto. It's him. It has to be Mephisto. The Jester. Okay, it's not. Alright, never mind. You wouldn't have any connection to Chaldea, would you? Fairy. Wait. A passing chocolate fairy. This can't be Oberon. That would be... Although, Oberon is, well... If you want to get technical... From the way this person talks, I would imagine it's Mephisto, but after hearing Chocolate Fairy, I can't help but think Oberon. But if you want to get technical, Oberon isn't a fairy. At least Oberon Vortigern isn't a fairy. Estrella, behind you. I don't think it's Oberon. That would be weird if it was Oberon. Are you up to this, Estrella? Are you up for this, Estrella? That's another thing I forgot, and I am very sorry for that. We need to put Estrella in our lineup, our formation, which I actually forgot. Same thing with Medusa. Actually, Medusa could fill in for Jin K. Here we go. Let's see. We'll put Estrella as the guest servant, and then we'll trade out Jin K for our Medusa, which I believe we do have. Yeah. She is not a 4-star. She is a 4-star. Okay. Huh. Let's see, maybe we can switch this out. Increase bodyguard points by 10%. Everything's 10%. These are from last year's. We'll put on the space chocolate bar. Okay. Actually, let's flip this around. We'll put Estrella in our lineup. Put this as guest servant, then we'll put our Estrella, if we can find her. Excuse me. Excuse me. Here we go. Weird. Yeah, let's do this. We'll do this. No. Wrong one. No. Oh, it's... Never mind. It's linked. I'm trying to swap the CEs. There we go. We'll just do this lineup.
どうもこんにちは。恋の布教に参りました。ドキドキするでしょ。モンダリング、心が洗われます。
Counting your money. Absorb motivation, decrease max HP, and remove guts from a single enemy when damaged, plus apply attacks plus to yourself.
決着の時だ。評価完了。
Yeah, she looks great. She looks great. We'll save the second skill.
星の輝きよ、今ここに。
And sea stars should be good. I guess this is the only 3 enemies that are currently here. Do we have a 50% charge? Yes, we do. Let's do this.
主よ、高国様へ。宝石の声を聞けばよいのでしょ。
Okay, we'll do that. Switch out Karen. Get BB in. Or I mean, Koyanskaya in, not BB.
評価完了。
完全敗北。よろしくね。そのように。失礼。こちらの話です。
Sure.
はい、NFS サービスです。もちろんお望みのままに。
She is an alter ego, and we are dealing with Lancers. Ugh. Will it be enough? I think one buster should be enough. So we could go use the buster, clear out this enemy. But then again, we could do it for this one.
了解。
Use the buster, use the NP, then end it with the quick card and the extra card for the middle enemy, Monster B. And then we'll use, we'll let the Noble Phantasm do the rest. Hopefully this finishes it.
後より入れて。はい。
The buster, we're really counting on. Yep, good. That's more than enough.
アンサー。
Alright, activate Fragrex. You'll see. Apply it. Okay, it was an insta kill.
1、2、3。あら、カウントは必要なかったかしら。
Another thing I need to keep in mind, given that this is an event, certain servants do have a special attack up. And Miss Bazette has literally everything. So if anything, it would make sense that she would just one-hit KO that enemy. Something that I need to keep in the back of my mind. Even if they have resist up, like, the attack buffs are very strong. And then adding on to her own buffs. I don't... I'm still... I kinda threw my Mephisto accusation in the trash, and I'm more or less on the Oberon accusation, given that he said chocolate fairy. But the way she's talking about it, how he's never in town when she's there, it almost kind of gives the hint that, oh, maybe this is someone that has some relation or some past knowledge of Miss Bizette. But I'm not sure who would that be. It wouldn't be Diramood, it wouldn't be Cuchulainn. They aren't like trouble. There you have it. I agree. Let's take this opportunity to rest up. Just in general. A nap sounds good. Are you inviting me? Sure. More, would you want to join us? Maybe monitor the situation? Okay. Same thing. Use Medusa. Keep her in the back line. Section 3. That which emerges last and cuts first. No, you were completely hostile for no reason, especially for a bodyguard, when we posed no threat. We simply walked on the doorstep. Miss Bazette. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Excuse me? No. No. I am all up for teachings, but no, not this way. I mean, if you really want to play that game, then how about you summon your own servant? And we'll duke it out. How about this? You use your Holy Grail, make another singularity that's specifically for the Holy Grail, that being a Holy Grail war, and I'll participate. I'll bring my own servant. And or you can conjure up a servant for me. However you want it. Now, my history isn't great, and I still need to catch up with Fate Zero, although I'm not entirely sure that she participated in that Holy Grail War, but, as for who she summoned, I don't know. You gonna say it? Okay. Sorry, I'm racking my head. Racking my head. Or my brain, specifically. Okay. Nothing's coming to mind. I mean, if she says that, then surely that's true. I have nothing to speak on, or to deny it. I mean that literally. Yeah, Cuchulain's been at Chaldea for a long time now. Is she gonna run away again? Would you like to come to Avalon too? Was that? Also, here's this contract. That's not me. I'm not crying. A ghost? No way, you guys can see me? Nope, still shouldn't jump to conclusions. Okay. As you know, when it comes to seeing things and or reading things like words, I typically know for a fact whether or not I have seen the word and or thing before. It's whether or not I remember exactly what it is or what the meaning is. Theobroma? Isn't Theobroma? Which I'm not currently remembering, but I know I've seen this word before. What was it again? Sounds like he disagrees pretty strongly. Maybe he's the monster that he's gonna turn... Maybe he's gonna turn into a monster. Or a cursed spirit. I was gonna say, maybe he's gonna get pissed off and try something. Sorry, we're not taking it with us. Almost like a swamp area with seeds growing from a tree. Chocolate or exocolotl. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Theobrahma's what they used to call cacao. I'm sure we can. Do you think we can eliminate it without getting too close? Although when I think about it, Estrella, Medusa, and Miss Bizette are all close-range fighters. I'm not sure if they have some form of range. Although Estrella might have something, given her raw power in general. Or not. Ascension 2? Bizarre. Maybe not. Nope. Absolutely. More experienced. I would say she has more mana output than us, but more experience. We've been through quite a lot. I'm pretty sure we have plenty of experience. Blessing of a skill, we'll give to Karen. We're gonna use Karen for this fight. Let's do 1 second. Let's get a jump start.
決着の時だ。評価完了。イノベーション始めます？
Everyone's got attack buffs. No, she has both. Yeah. Cacao Harvester, increased damage dealt during Menonen's Souvenir Valentines. Buddy, rank D, increased damage dealt during. So just extras. And then adding on to her own buffs, which are 30% quick, 30% buster, which we have both. Let's see. Yeah, this would be most ideal. We'll do Fragract, get the MP off the back end, as well as the C stars, and we'll finish off everyone with the Fragract Noble Phantasm, which you'll see. 50%. 57 off the 7. Good. There we go. That MP gain off the quick card was actually insane. Let's see. This might be a weird one. We have 100% crit on everyone. We could do this. Get the defense down. We can give Massacring Technique to Rosette, just in case. These are all precautions. No. These are quick. Then maybe finish it. Okay, good. Good. Oh, we're 10% off. Okay. Yes, I'm fully aware I am completely overthinking this. See if we can get it in one try. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I always like seeing her Noble Phantasm. Let's see it in slow-mo. The greatest hits, calling agape.
宝具ですか。命令オプションはいかが。
Surely a godlike Noble Phantasm. If you haven't seen this, this is pure joy.
アセンション。天上の歌を聴かせましょう。ゴッドモーニング。これが地球で一番の愛なのです。
単純に実力不足です。
I will say, the sound effect of the piercing light going off just sounds beautiful. I think the sound that just completely tops off everything, the cherry on top, is the bells going off in the background. It gives me that evening bell kind of feeling. That being the first Hassan, the old man of the mountain. Interesting. Gander is a form of stun. You did it. Good job. Of course, when we read her character info, or the name of it is escaping my mind. The tab. Or the subject or topic, whatever, the signage. Because she is a part of the lineage of that Celtic god. It was brought down through generations. It's a family thing. Yeah, what Estrella is saying. They just keep coming. Reconstituting themselves. I'm gonna take a really wild guess. Hephaestion? Hephaestion? Faker? What was that light? It almost seemed as though it was like a carriage. Okay, no, it's... okay, it's Miss Bizette. Or Menon and Mackler. There are 2 Bizettes. Although I kind of did spoil it. Good thing we managed to make it back in time for dinner. We're gonna have dinner, right? How did you? Okay. I know I've been saying this word a lot, but she more or less wanted to have a more formal meeting. And or to get acquainted. Only the selected support servant can participate in this quest. Okay. It's gonna be a fixed battle, I think. Section 4, Goddess of Hospitality. If you remember, this Celtic god was known for being a god of giving. Uh-huh. Oh, sorry. I don't recognize that name either. I know you're a Greek god, Astrea, so I'm sure you don't know either. Correct. Would you explain that for us? Correct. Oh, okay. I was under the assumption that it was Bazette that left. And or it was Bazette that was in control. What happened next? Well, she probably just gave it away. And or just give it. Humu. what? Okay, my mind just immediately started constructing theories. What if this Theobroma, this cacao tree, ends up becoming a lost belt tree, a tree of emptiness, a tree of chocolate? Sounds like a tree of emptiness, to be honest. You're the goddess. Sure, that'd help us out. Keep doing your thing. Why not? Duke it out. Yeah. So yeah, this is a fixed fight. We're gonna use Bizet. She didn't even say, oh, if I beat you, you'll still not trust me. If I just completely obliterate you. If I chuck you over this wall. Those drums. Wait. I wonder... Oh, that'd be so wild if she does a stance as well in her Ascension 3. I'm curious, will she? Okay, alright. I was gonna say, like, if she assumed that same stance and those heels and every... Oh my god. I'd lose my mind.
敵対勢力と接触決着の時だ。楽園へのいざない。
The invitation to paradise. Okay. I mean, this is always the go-to.
決着の時だ。
What's her MP gain gonna look like? I think if we take some damage, we should be fine. I forgot I had that. My fault. No, not too great.
返品は不可で。重みをプレゼント。浅い。まあまあそう。浅い。浅い。決着の時だ。
Crit strength as well. She does have overcharge. We could. I'm pretty sure this is just the a 1 gauge battle. Just trying to find the word. This should be enough to loop. Yeah, see, it won't break the gauge. This is the problem with it. One turn. どうします。どうせ捨てるし。海も陸も走れます。至れり尽くせり。楽園へのいざない。後より入れて先に立つもの。了解。はい。Just in case. 逆光剣。暗殺エアキング取った。Okay, yeah. Wait, that'd actually be so weird. Wait, that would be so weird. I'm actually curious now. Okay, so if Bazette is fighting Bazette, and you activate her Noble Phantasm, so you have the Fagaract counter, but the other Bazette also activates the Fragaract counter, and you get hit, and it activates your counter, so you deal a hit, but dealing that hit activates her counter, and then she'll hit you back, thus activating her counter once again. I'm pretty sure that won't work, and I'm sure La Single has already thought of that, but I'm curious. Bazette, careful. You're about to enter a loop. And I'll have to completely end the entire singularity, aka exit the game. Mananan. I can trust you, right? Celtic god of the seas. That's where she's going to be. I mean, I guess everyone can just sleep in my room. That's fine. As long as there's a bed. And I'm not just sleeping on the floor. Someone just left the tavern. Are you feeling better now? What did you mean when you said Mananan would never choose you? It's your first skill. And or, well, the first two words of that. You're being too hard on yourself. What's that? If anything, I think you're overthinking it. There's a reason to everything. What about when you fought to save those children? Game freezing. I don't know if you could see that, Avalon. I'm sure everyone wishes they could help people like that. But the fact is, not everyone can. Of course you can, I'm sure of it. One second. I should have said something. I knew this was gonna happen. What if they duked it out again? She just throws a right curve. Okay. We'll at least try and we'll show off. I want to see it again. We'll see. We'll see. Karen's MP again. Bodyguard job. Midnight patrol. We are now in the farming section of the stream. The story has officially ended as of, well, until Monday, which we'll stream again. Okay, this should be good. I think. Maybe. I should have planned this out better. We should still be fine though.
はい、NSF サービスです。もちろんお望みのままに。完全敗北。よろしくね。命令ですか？ご用件お願いですか？
Karen should be good? Yeah.
目障りですね。
The quick?
素直にな
Then we have enough. We're really gambling on whether or not. See, this is the weird scenario. So, ideally, I would want and or hope that the Noble Phantasm would just completely clear out everyone, but at the same time, I'm hoping it doesn't happen so that I can get off the extra command card. But there's only one way to find out. Let's see it. This is Blue Web. It didn't finish it off. Okay. Great. He game. Here we go.
イノベーション始めます？祈りはオプションはいかが？いかほど？
Try it again.
遠く深く空を歩む瞬きの後にまどろみの後に満たすコーリングスパイラルラダー。この辺りですか？吹っ飛びなさいませ。愛らしいウサギに狩られる気分はどうですか？盗作的で癖になるでしょう。
Oh. Before we, well, let's see. What's in the event shop? If it
間違った方法でのトレーニングは無意味どころか逆効果になる。
Here, let's try this again.
間違った方法でのトレーニングは無意味どころか逆効果になることもある。インフォメーションにはしっかりと目を通しておくべきだ。焦ることはありません。毎日少しずつ成果を積み重ねていけばいい。走り込めば走り込むだけ報酬があるなんて、カルデアは楽園ですか？
Another thing that goes in line with, well, what you just read. When I was leveling up Bazette, not Meninen, but Bazette, this kind of goes in line with what I said earlier about her being a workaholic. She completely and entirely despises, how would I word this? Being rewarded for doing nothing. So if you were to start working out, you're being rewarded with, well, one, either you're losing weight, or two, you're gaining muscle, right? You're gaining something. You're putting work into something to get something out of it. And she very much loves that, going in line with what she just said about oh, you're being rewarded for doing something or whatever, and Chaldea being a paradise, or is Chaldea a paradise? But when you're giving her embers and you're leveling her up, she completely despises that. You're basically just feeding her and she's getting stronger for, by all means, like, no reason. Like, she wasn't working towards something. She wasn't actually putting any effort into it.
なんでお前がここにいるのかって？わかんないけど、恋の指南役とかそんな感じよね、きっと。チョコもらいに行く前に素振り1000回言っとく？ここに来たってことは例のあれ当然持ってるんでしょ？なら通ってよし、ヒューヒュー。でもたまにあるバッドエンドには気をつけるんだぞ。よくぞ集いし我が精鋭たちよ。ここが地獄の一丁目、ジャガーマンのバレンタイン道場にようこそ。チョコレートといえばカカオ豆、カカオ豆といえばそう我らがアステカ。だが冷静になってほしい。なんで好きな人にチョコあげるの
Okay.
ここに来た。
So, how about this? Every stream, we'll do this. So obviously, every, well, I mean, I shouldn't say every stream. Part 2, which we'll get into on Monday, as I said. Obviously, we're playing Bioshock, but at the end, we will be doing the part 2 of Valentines. Given that we are time-gated at the moment. At the very end, which is happening right now, we will do a receive chocolate from someone. And then the give chocolate. I'd rather not do it randomly because we're giving out chocolate. I'd rather handpick who we're giving it to. But we'll do that at the end of every stream. However many parts that we get to. I'm not sure how far or how long we'll be in this event. As far as the time gate goes.
カウンターの下にショットガンなど用意してはいませんよ。この拳で十分ですから。
Oh, wait. Like on her side hip? A shotgun under her counter. 5-star CE. Thank you for your hard work. Bodyguard points gain up. Increase arts card effectiveness by 8%. And apply 15% special attack demonic and begin battle with MP charge at 30% for yourself. Let's see. Please, do we have some evil bones? Yes! Thank you. Good. Actually, I'm curious, do we have evil bones here? Summon ticket. No, I'm not seeing any evil bones. Although I am seeing a lot of summon tickets, which is a good thing. Okay. We'll give out chocolates. Who comes to mind is the question. Of course, as you see with the heart icon, means that you already gave them out to that said servant. So Arthur Pendragon, Bedivere, Chevalier Deon, Diermood, Fergus MacRoy, Gaius Julius Caesar, Gawain, Gilles de Reyes, Jason, Karna. Wow, there's a lot that I actually gave out. Kid Gil. Here. Okay, maybe I lied. I do not remember unless... Okay, wait. Those are the... Oh, we can't even get... Okay, we don't even have one.
チョコインターバルですね。
Unless we
わかり
can
ますとも。
not get one.
甘いものばかり求めて。
60. Okay, it's fine. Okay, let's see. Fine. Someone random. Yeah, sure. Who's there? Or who are we giving chocolates to?
なるほど。何やら騒がしいと思ってはいたが。
Well, this is I shouldn't be surprised. I should not be surprised at all, Mr. Caesar.
当世にもなかなかに興味深い催しがあるものだ。嫌いではないぞ。私も好きだ。贈り物はいい。貢ぎ物にはさほど何を思うこともないが、気持ちを込めたものというのはいい。かくいう私もな、かつては愛する者へ多くを送ったものだ。そして多くを送られもした。まさしく愛をな。見るがいい。無駄なき愛で編み上げられた我が肉体を。確かファラオ調理法というのだったか。あれの作る料理の数々は実に美味なものでな。
Cleopatra.
アレクサンドリアへ赴くたびに私は着々とこの身に愛をたっぷり蓄えたのだ。なんとも懐かしい。
You know, it's only right. Setting my title aside, my lord, if you care at all, I have some chocolate for you.
Ho, ho, チョコレートだな。うん、甘い。実に甘い。これはあれであろうな。初恋のように人をとろかせる。ほのかな苦みも好きだ。感謝を述べようマスター。私にまた愛を蓄えさせるとは。
No, drop the formalities, it's fine. Feel free to call me Mr. Fay, or, if you will, Julius.
ならば、愛には愛で応えねばなるまい。期待して待つがいい。
先輩、カエサルさんに言われて品物を運んできたんですが。
Is it funds to make more chocolate?
すごいことになってしまいました。とりあえず部屋の中へ運びますね。
Oh. Tell him I give him my thanks. He is very more than welcome in Avalon.
あ、ダメですよ、フォーさん。先輩宛てにカエサルさんから送られたものですから。でも、そうですね。とても美味しそうです。
We should get Caesar and Cleopatra here too. Especially
わかり
Cleo.
ました。では皆さんを呼んできます。
Cena Caesar style. Not bad. Wow, he didn't even give us just chocolate. He gave us a full buffet. Not bad, Your Majesty. That, you know, it wasn't a coincidence. I would say I was surprised to see him, but it only made sense. Lasangle knows what it's doing. Okay. Who's coming to visit? No, I was gonna be mean. I was gonna say lock the doors. Just book it. Run. Go. Do you have something for me?
どうしても無理ですか。
Not happening? I'm not going to use this? Oh no. Okay, I immediately put the pieces together. For whatever reason, if you don't know Van Gogh's history, he cut off a piece of himself, specifically his ear, and gave it to his loved one. And I'm pretty sure you could put the pieces together here. I could never slice off a piece of you, Goey.
ご遠慮なくスパッと。そしてこちらのボウルでちゃちゃっとあえてマリナードでお召し上がりを。
She gave me a salad. How did we even get here? Can we just paint together?
それはですね、誠意と本気を証明するには事象の一つもあってこそというゴッホ的ノリを中軸にして、いつも生身と正気を削って我らサーバントを統率くださるマスター様の痛みをゴッホも背負いたいという決意表明に見せかけつつ、実のところマスター様にぶった切られた上で自分を食べてもらえる冒涜的喜びをこの気に乗じて。いやすみません、今のなしで。とにかく聖バレンタインの日にチョコを送る習慣はゴッホも英国時代に聞き覚えがあって、恋人の日とか気にせず女子はチョコを送っとけ的なジャポネスリーアレンジも5にいれば5と。
I love you too, Clyde. Sit right there. I'll be right back. Here, calm down. Let's paint a picture together. Take it slow. Can I have that gift you brought me?
はい。絵はことあるごとに描いてはマスター様に押し付けてる気がしまして、それで厨房の方に教わりつつ ふるさとの料理など味わっていただけまいかと。かといってゴッホの名を借る者としては日頃の感謝の気持ちに絵を添えぬわけにも。
No, I like it.
などと悩んだ挙句、優しく共同くださった聖女様を終作に混ぜ込んでましたら魔が差しまして、こたびのカオスに至った次第で死罪。
This is great.
本当ですか？では改めてスパッと。
I'll just take the Saladin painting. You already gave me enough.
だと反論の余地もなし。ではどうかこちらをお納めを。
It tastes great. It's light and refreshing. I'm not gonna mention the chocolate.
毎年この日はマスター様にとって胃もたれの日と伺いましたから、こんな感じの軽いものもありかと。そして狙うは超深度アップ。ご補作し。
That was a great one-liner. Thanks, Kelly.
どういたしまして。足りない。
Huh?
マスター様、やはりダメです。軽食や終作ではゴッホの忠義を示すには足りません。
This is plenty enough. You've given me a salad. I'm assuming that we're going to paint. I just need a paintbrush, if you will.
というわけで即興プレゼント企画ご補助100連発。ゴッホ開花、ゴッホ振動、ゴッホ反復、ゴッホ分身、ゴッホ乱心。
I hope my bitrate isn't like freaking out. Mash. Holy crap.
ゴッホ破滅、ゴッホ余裕、まだまだ行きますよ。
Mash, where are you? Van Gogh's chocolate marinade attempted. How weird. I'm curious. I think Lasengle is watching. We had the Lord of Rome, Mr. Caesar himself. And then we have our wonderful Clyde, who kind of went off the handlebars. It was cute. It was cute nonetheless, and a little scary for a moment. Speaking outside of stream, as far as being scary. But other than that, stream is ending. Take a nice stretch, get comfortable in our throne. Our throne chair, I should say. YouTube, Julius Faye, JULIUSFAE. Of course, you should already know that. How else would you be watching this live stream and or video? Twitter. Twitter and or I guess you could say X. Julius Faye _ JULIUSFAE _. I post memes once a week. Give notifications that come into Avalon and come out. What comes in, what goes out. Normal YouTuber stuff. Just notifications in general. Instagram, same thing. Julius Faye _ JULIUSFAE _. I post edited manga panels once every 2 weeks. 2 to 3 days, simple, clean manga panels with background music. And if you don't know what any of that is, stop by and check it out. And of course, if you like it, like it. If you like what I do, follow. And as always, I'm gonna say it. Others have said it. If you like the video, like the video. If you like the stream, like the stream. And if you like what I do, that being Fake Grand Order and Arknights content, and on the back end, variety, that being Bioshock on Monday, subscribe. And if not, you're always welcome in Avalon. And with that, good morning, Avalon.